Hey everyone, Anori here and welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be a bit long and it's going to be a bit different because I have a lot to say today. So basically in this video I sketched and inked the 8 main characters of a webcomic I'm working on. I inked it in Clip Studio Paint Pro or Manga Studio 5 with a Wacom Intuos 5 tablet. So the story is that this guy, who is stressed and depressed for some reason or another, you will see, moves into a mansion that he finds out it is haunted by the 7 deadly sins. So these sins have been living in the mansion for whoever knows how long, and they have taken human appearance, which is why they do not, for the most part, look very demonic. So what I did here is that I started by sketching out the characters in groups for the most part. I started here with Pride, Sloth and Lust from left to right, and then I refined this sketch, and after sketching out all of the other characters I inked the refined sketches of these. These were not the first designs for the characters. I had done some in my sketchbook before, but these designs may still be tweaked to some extent depending on what I feel like. So starting with the 3 here, I started out with the 3 girls because I felt I could warm up that way. And here you see me refining the sketch of Pride, where after I will start splitting them up so that I can start sketching the other guys. So to start with the demons and Pride then. Pride is, as the name sounds, prideful, and they are very she's very sure of herself and has a high self-esteem, although she's actually overestimating her abilities for the most part, which makes for a fun story, I mean, doesn't it? Then we have Sloth, who is more relaxed, more chill, doesn't really do super much, and likes sleeping on top of people a lot. But I mean, it adds to the name. Both Pride and Sloth simply chose the appearance of females because that was most comfortable, and because I'm comfortable drawing girls, so I still challenge myself, but at the same time, not too much, so that it gets too hard, because comics is challenging in themselves. Then we have Lost, who, depending on the sexuality and gender of the person she is trying to attract, can change her appearance. All of the demons are shapeshifters, and I tried my best to make at least some variation in how they all looked, if it's just the body types and the heights or whatever, because I wanted to try and make them different and distinguishable from one another. So here I'm sketching Envy. Envy is practically a little child. He wants to be like everybody else, but at the same time he will not tell you, for example, if something is bothering him. And if you ask him if something is bothering, he'll just say no, no matter what it is. He, in comparison to Pride, is not at all comfortable with himself. And that is why I drew half of his face like it's covered by a mask, because you never know which one it is that's looking at you. Is it envy? Is it envy being envious? Does he mean what he says? All sort of stuff like that. Gluttony, who is the one I'm sketching there, is one of the smaller characters. Not, well, in height at least he's smaller, but he's also the one who got some of the more demonic attributes to him, with the giant mouth on the side of his neck, which I am pretty sure is where he's going to eat from, rather than eating through the human looking mouth. Besides him, we have Wrath, who is permanently pretty much grumpy, at least. Not because I wanted to exactly go with the stereotype, but I just found the idea so fun that I had to try it. So Wrath is the one who has the hardest problem getting along with our main character, because their personality clash a lot. Speaking of which, there's the main character. Yay! His name is Eneko, which means child. Which means mine in Basque. And then I thought it was funny because ko can mean my in Japanese. Ko can mean child in Japanese. Jesus, this is not going well, is it? So if you bend and stretch and whatnot, it could mean my child. And I found that super amusing and wanted to keep that. So you can see I'm just refining the sketch for Envy too. So moving on, although you can't see her right now. Oh, here's Wrath's angry face. Although you can't see her right now, we have Greed, who is in between Gluttony and Wrath in size. And she, just like all the other sins, really is not a force to be reckoned with. Like, some of the characters I have already more fleshed out in my head than others. Others being Gluttony and Greed and Lust's personality. One of the hardest things for me throughout doing this was actually the designing part itself, because I loved Full Metal Alchemist and I just wanted to try and make sure my characters, or at least the ones with the respective sins, did not necessarily remind too much of the Full Metal Alchemist characters, because the 7 deadly sins as a concept has been used so many times in so many different contexts that it's hard to figure out new designs and whatnot. And it's hard not taking all of that inspiration and just transferring it to you. Like, making it your own is pretty much the hardest part. So although some of the characters could, I guess, resemble the ones from the series, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of these not preliminary but still little bit in progress designs. I tried to add diversity of some sort, even if you may not ethnically, I guess, see that much difference between the characters, but it is there. Like, I tried giving them different noses, different eyes, different body types, heights, all that stuff. And through their expression, I also tried to convey parts of their personality, hence why Greed and Lust are looking so blank. Anyway, personality-wise, with, for example, Gluttony is naive. Gluttony is like a child, because I don't know, but that idea of that particular sin being like that is very interesting to me, and also inspired by Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is. But at the same time, Gluttony here is like probably the one most disconnected from what it means to be a human. So Gluttony is gonna probably be more alien-like in a sense than the other 6 sins. I don't know if that makes sense. Meanwhile, Wrath is a very human emotion, is going to be, except for pretty much angry at all times, is going to be, I guess, the one that's easier to relate to. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But anyway, I tried my best to come up with an at least somewhat varied set of characters, and tried to keep the gender ratios sort of equal, I guess, because I mean, I'm a girl. I like seeing girls in media, and I want, like, not because, oh no, then we need to have 50% of the characters being one another. No, I'm also lazy, and I also want to, like, while I'm challenging myself drawing envy and wrath and gluttony and Eniko, especially Eniko, I want to challenge myself with that, but then I have these 3 girls that I can fall back on, or these female looking characters I can fall back on to relax a bit with those, if that makes sense. So, and also about the whole gender ratio thing, the demons are shapeshifters. Like, all of them are shapeshifters in one shape or form. All of them are shapeshifters in one shape or form, so if need be, they'll just change how they look. They'll just change, maybe even into a demonic figure, a demonic appearance of some sort. I haven't gotten that far because this is still, like, I'm finishing up the prologue, and they're gonna be primarily human. Something else is that Pride and Envy are the leaders of the group. Pride is the leader, but it's mainly because, based on the sources I have read, Pride has been known as the worst of the 7 deadly sins to commit. Envy coming in as a close second. So with that, I decided to base off that Pride and Envy are the strongest of the 7 deadly sins, and as such act as their leaders. Which I guess Envy actually should be pretty happy about, but he's probably just envious that either he's not the prime leader, but also that maybe all the others get away with not having as much responsibility as Pride and him. I don't know. I'm still working on still working a lot on the dynamics of the group. But I'll probably be making some sort of chart to help me keep track of that. I just know that Sloth can make everybody relax around her because Sloth is very chill in the first place. So yeah. What else to say? I had a lot to say. This is my 3rd time recording this because for some reason it didn't want to work with me the other 2 times. So the comic will be starting in March, April. I haven't decided yet because I'm also preparing the I'm Your Mascot pages from the speed paint I posted a couple of days ago. I think I posted it last week with the Magical Girl series. So this one is gonna be more character driven, since it's a comedy / slice of life thing. Anyway, though, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a really nice day, and I'll see you all next time.